I remembered where I found this stone. I remembered now. This old finger. Well, you have to look at it with mum eyes. It was on Barker's grave. It would be, wouldn't it? Well, the first night I saw someone. It was this child who ended up being, at that point, it was one of Buaka's children, the petrified child. I don't know if it was though. To be fair, it was like a small young person with tangled blonde hair. Where I'd buried some chewing gum in a triangle in Magic Woods to do my Native American thing, like the spirits talk to it and blah blah blah. So she was petrified after reading my chewing gum. So that became the beginning of a story into Magic Woods, leading me down the path of no return. So that's right, because she'd pointed. There was an arrow in the trees that was pointing up from the triangles. And that's another story. The triangles had come from up. Anyway, I planted some crocus there the other day in that spot because I decided that was her grave. She was buried there for some reason. She might not have been, but that's where she showed herself to me. And I went, that's where I found the finger yesterday, where the crocus were. Now, I wondered before if crocus, it's called crocus, like the cuss of the crow, because it's used to treat different things. Like saffron comes from crocus. So it might be depression. It could be a lot of things, but I wondered if it was the Black Death at one point, crocus, because it's like they would have called it all sorts. And maybe this finger was chopped off because of that, because it was by the crocus. And now it's covered in turmeric. I don't know. I think that's where I found this stone anyway, because I was looking there yesterday, because the crocuses have just flowered. And I saw that stone. It's like you give the wood something, it gives something back. It's true. That old footstone's definitely got boils on it. I found in Magic Woods before. That old foot with the boils up the leg, that's definitely an old plague foot. Chop it off, take it out to the bog witch. Chop it, she'll chop it off, throw it in the bog, and it will be preserved forever. It's true. And that old tool, do you remember I found the other day, I'm not going down to get it now, that sickle thing with a handle with it. That could have been used on a thing, couldn't it, to chop off bits of old finger easily, peasily. That's an old witch, that's all an old witch would need up in the woods, one of them old sickle things. Chop off the odd toe or tongue or whatever. Chop it off, take it up to the witch, she'll chop it off. You'll soon be white as rain. Anyway, that's the truth. Definitely the truth. It's true.